The Browns and the Steelers. Now, I had the Steelers number 6 in my power rankings coming into week 1. Kenny Pickett and the Steelers let me down completely. I just could not believe what I seen. I couldn't believe the difference from what happened in preseason to week 1. And yes, we can say the 49ers are the reason why we didn't get to see the Steelers do anything and be who they are, because they just practically weren't ready. But you could say the same thing would have possibly happened if the Browns played the Steelers in week 1. But I have to say this could be the game where everything changes. I'm sure that Mike Tomlin gave that Steelers team a good stern talking to. I'm sure there was a lot more said in that locker room than what we'll ever know. But yeah, you got Steelers at home, Browns coming in. And don't get me wrong, Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb, that Browns defense looks tough. And Njoku, as much as I don't want to right now, it's leaning more towards these Browns. And to be honest, 59.6% makes sense out of 40.1 for these Steelers, even though they're at home. For some reason, it just looks like the Steelers is just not that team. And as much as the talent they have with Harris, Warren, McFarland, we don't really see much of McFarland, and when we do, it's kind of sporadic. But that Pickett to Pickens combo was supposed to be golden. They were saying this man was the next Justin Jefferson, and we're not seeing that right now. And it's really unfortunate because we don't get to witness that combo. Will we see it this week? I'm hoping so. But the Browns defense is no joke as well right now. Deshaun Watson, 154 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Kenny Pickett, 232 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Nick Chubb, 106 yards on the rushing. Harris with 31 yards on the receiving. Moore with 43. Robinson, the second, with 64. As far as your injury report, you've got Juan Thornhill, Siaka Ika, Maurice Hurst, Shelby Harris, and Jedrick Wills, all questionable. For your Steelers, Cameron Hayward, James Daniels, Deontay Johnson, Anthony McFarland Jr., Larry Ogunjobi, either questionable, IR, or doubtful. As far as the Browns defense, they're only allowing 82 passing yards and 75 rushing. Now, yes, you could say Burrow was injured and Burrow was this and Burrow was that. But listen, when you step on that field, you are expected to go out there and play at your full potential and win. And he didn't do that. So the difference is you're getting a healthy Kenny Pickett, who got destroyed by the 49ers last week. Their defense is allowing 220 yards in the passing and 188 on the rushing. Now, I will say this. Nick Chubb is no McCaffrey, but he's Nick Chubb. So I do expect to see him heavy on the run game, with him allowing 220 yards on the passing. Deshaun Watson's going to get his burn. I'm going to have to give the Steelers their second loss in week 2. Over under 38.5. Cleveland's favored by 2.5. I'm going to go Browns by a touchdown. Browns by a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. Marcus Heinz says they played one game. We really can't predict what is going to happen. It's a long season ahead of us. Yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, you obviously use the previous week as a sample as far as how this week's going to go. And unless there's any kind of specific changes or, injuries and things like that, I mean, you're always looking at the previous week as far as a guideline for the next one. That's just the reality of it. I mean, if that's the case, nobody should be worried about Dallas, right? It was week 1. They just had a great game.